Hello there and welcome back to part 3. Today we are reviewing the ongoing slaughtering. The Separatist army has now breached the Republic's defenses and is now marching their forces beyond the protective wall. In the previous episode, the clones rushed out the gate, falling into Dooku's trap. The bloodthirsty mountain man used them to paint the grass red with blood. Now, outside the gate, all that remains are dead men dying for a hopeless cause. Not Gunray still spectates the winning battle toward the Separatist base. In front of the base, the MTT picks up speed, poised to put an end to the Republic. Beneath its nose is a small creature about to get raw dogged. Not so far to its right is the snail droid advancing towards its target. An army of over 100 B2 battle droids are marching ever closer to the broken wall of defense. Leading them all is Count Dooku, the leader of the Separatist alliance. Still under the protection of 4 Magna Guards, laying dead beneath the Count's feet is the brave clone commander who got his face slammed in by the mountain man. Over at the gate's broken door, an AAT accompanied by Jango Fett on top surveys the Grand Army marching before them. Beside it are the 2 last remaining droid speeders. Running along the side of the wall at incredible speed is Asajj Ventress, seeking her next kill. Not so far ahead, atop the wall, Mace Windu struggles to hold the General's Python in check. The General launches massive barrages at incredible speeds, having already eliminated all the clones within his sights. Well, one is barely alive, his blaster arm severed and bleeding out. Rest in peace, Commander Purple. You might wonder where Grievous's 4th arm is. He lost it fighting the Jedi Ahsoka Tano. As they say, she took one arm and he took her life. A fierce trade, indeed. Now, on the side of the wall, we can see the mountain man climbing up, ready to assist the general in his fight against Gus. Pushing through the city streets is the massive droid army, leaving no living being alive. The so-called blaster-resistant wall has now been knocked down, and almost everyone behind it is now dead. Commander Satire barely managed to escape with a few of his men. 2 stayed behind, taking cover behind a small crate. Flying across the street is Bo-Katan, eliminating as many of those droids as she possibly can. Behind her, the activist wall still stands, albeit with a few casualties. Coming to assist are 2 groups of clone troopers, with more and more clones stacking up behind the lineup of crates. Too many lives have been lost, and if this keeps going, I'm afraid the end is near. Hovering above them is the Coruscant Guard gunship carrying 2 clones. One of them, armed with an RPG, fires his shot at the droid army in the hopes of buying more time for his brothers. Jumping out the ship is Jedi Even Peel coming to the rescue. Another Jedi close by is Kiari Mundi leading his platoon into the hell we call a battle. Many lives have been lost, including Captain White's entire squad. I truly hope he survives. But he won't. Just like this walker here. He got his face and helmet penetrated by this large beauty of a cannon head. Now you might be wondering, where the hell did that come from? Well, it came from this apartment building, with its roof set on fire. No, the Separatists are not responsible for this one. One of the cannons atop the roof malfunctioned, and boom! Everyone dead. Even some cuties falling down to meet the floor's gods. Some of the crates from the roof were also blown off, landing on a few unlucky clones. The jet guy managed to escape just in time by bursting his jetpack. Oh, look, a head on the ground. Inside the apartment building is something very embarrassing. Niko Sakura has come caught in the act by Jedi Master Plo Koon and his bro, Commander Wolf. This is not very Sigma, guys.
What the Sigma?
On the second level, inside the medic room, is the stench of death. Everyone is dead. The orthodox experiment by Schweinstein has been completed. Queso ate them all. On the 3rd floor, people have given up hope. They are soon about to meet their doom. Over here, behind all the commission, is Jedi Master E.T. building up the courage within his fellow soldiers.
E.T. home!
On top of the building's balcony, Anakin Skywalker shows his men who is the group leader. Above them on the roof are plenty of snipers engaged in battle positions. Inside the 1st floor, Jedi Master Tip with evil in his eyes, ready to kill, holds the commanding officer by the throat. Luckily, Luminara steps in just in time to stop yet another death. On the 2nd floor, Jedi Knight Ishad and Ace Proc walk toward the exit leading out to the wall. Outside on the wall, many troopers are in focus. Beneath the wall, more clones rush towards the battle. Behind them lurks Captain Vaughn, uncertain of his next move. Obi-Wan Kenobi and his 212th Battalion make steady progress. The ATT will come in handy once the droids get closer. Inside the arcade building is another horrific sight. The KFC people have sprayed their white sauce all over the bartender. She just took her last breath before suffocating. They even cut off a clone trooper's head and stuck it to a grilled chicken. The other officers watch in horror. On the second floor, Nadar remains calm after releasing his anger upon the Gestapen leaders. They are now dead. The other weird leader thanks him for some reason. I'm not sure. Lastly, the Senate building. Outside, Agen Kohler stands with his men, preparing their minds for what is to come. Inside the first floor, the Senate building is in a catastrophic state. Yocasta Nu force-pushing fellow senators across the room. Others rush to stop her before someone else get hurt. Like this guy with his broken neck. The Urapawan sips on his drink without a single care. On the second floor, there is even more chaos. The gambling addicts have become apathic, just shaking around on the floor. Officer Rash is being chased down by 2 detective officers. In front of him, the abusive father Tren is ready to hit him across the face with a metal mug. And here lies his dead son. Rest in peace. On the third floor, the astromech grieves over the corpse of a good man, Sturvin Mervin. On the first balcony, there are a lot of drop-dead people. No, really, they're dead. Here is Officer Queso falling to his death after having too much fun with his last meal. On the other side, Billy Trey and Musty sleep together forever. Mon Mothma tried to stop them, but it was too late. Over at the other side of the large balcony, Palpatine is enraged after hearing the news of a fellow senator friend dying. A cruel world. Finally, atop the roof, CC Tin tells his Jedi companions that he can't watch anymore. He needs to help his friends in his last battle. As time crawled on, the relentless droid army carved through the ranks of the Republic's defenders, leaving behind a trail of destruction. The once mighty Coruscant gunship, a symbol of hope for the clones, met its demise in a blaze of fire and metal, crashing down upon the area where the clones sought refuge. Now they lay vulnerable, their bodies mere flesh and blood amidst the wreckage. And who could have orchestrated this heinous act? None other than Dooku, who has become more powerful than any Jedi. The realization of his supremacy sends shivers down the spines of those who witnesses his devastating might. Amidst the chaos, the cockpit of the gunship becomes a tomb for the brave clones who manned it, their fate sealed by the merciless hand of the Sith. Meanwhile, Dooku's elite guards, the formidable Magna Guards, scale the wreckage with calculated precision, ready to strike down any survivors. Close by is the Mountain Man, a towering figure of brutality, grasped Jedi even peel with an iron grip, his savage intentions clear. And then, amidst the carnage, General Grievous himself commands a halt, his eyes gleaming with a sinister hunger as he plans to claim yet another lightsaber to his collection. Jango Fett has honed in on his target. With a thunderous roar, he blasts off using his jetpack, unleashing a barrage of lasers towards the fleeing Jedi. The menacing AAT locks in, poised to send them hurtling through the air. Plo Koon expertly deflects the onslaught of blast from the bounty hunter, his lightsaber a blur of motion, but he damn well knows that his strength won't hold out indefinitely. Fortunately, he finds solace in the steadfast presence of Commander Wolffe, who stands by his side, ready to lend whatever aid he can in the face of the impending danger. Meanwhile, making a hasty retreat is Quinlan Secura, now fused into one entity. As more droids pour out of the apartment building, setting deadly ambushes for the Jedi, the odds of escape dwindle. It will take a miracle to evade this relentless onslaught. Beyond the wall, out on the field, the droid army advances steadily. The formidable B-2 battle droids loom large, promising a fierce confrontation when they clash with the Republic forces. And not just them, but the Tri-Droids and the MTT-2. Amidst the chaos, a grim truth emerges. Mace Windu succumbs to overwhelming odds, facing the General, the Mountain Man, and Ventress. Rest in peace, douchebag.
Take a seat.
Below the breached wall, Captain White and his men meet their end, valiant soldiers in their final stand. Inside the guard tower is Dunata and his brother, now dead. Inside the apartment building, droids saw destruction, staining the floors with innocent blood. On the rooftop, Queso bellows his battle cry, locked in a deadly duel with the Mountain Man. Ventress is leading the assault, challenging the defense set up by Ki-Adi-Mundi and E.T. Clones attempt to flee but are cut down by relentless blaster fire. Yet, amidst the despair, a glimmer of hope emerges. A formidable army of clones rally behind Anakin Skywalker and Luminara Unduli. Joining the ranks, members of the 501st surge forward. Atop the building's balcony, snipers persist in their efforts to stall the droid advance. Inside the first floor, Jedi Master Tip and his men brace themselves for the inevitable breach by the Separatist army. On the last protective wall, 2 Jedi Knights stands resolute, prepared to fulfill their duty. Below, a platoon of 501st troopers gathers their resolve behind the crates, ready for the impending onslaught. In the distance, Obi-Wan Kenobi halts his 212th Battalion, steeling them for what lies ahead as the ATTE powers up its weapons. And let's not forget Captain Vaughn charging headlong into battle. Inside the arcade building, the shaken clones are finally getting ready for the battle. On the second floor, Jedi Nadar surveys the battlefield, while inside, intriguing developments unfold. Close to the entrance of the Senate building, CC Tin and Agen Kolar engage in a heated debate over whether to hold the line or plunge into battle. Outside, a platoon of Coruscant Guard troops loyal to CC Tin emerges from the main door. On the first balcony, tragedy strikes as Mon Mothma falls from the second balcony, breaking her neck. In an attempt to save Musty and Billy Cray, the entire Senate building descends into chaos, with clones rushing to help but arriving too late. Meanwhile, the gambling addict sees an opportunity, leaping from the balcony. Inside the room, officers solemnly carry Starvin Marvin's body for decomposition, while on the second floor, Officer Rash faces interrogation by the investigators. Finally defeated. As Kit the Fister and Shaq T arrive on the first floor, they witness Jocasta Nu's rampage, ending the lives of fellow senators. Yoda stands behind her with 2 guards ordered to seize her.